Hi, well, as you can see by the title of this, it's going to be a documental about what's the carbon dioxide in the air. Well, you see that carbon is like basic life because it's on everything. Everything we have, I mean, like this bookshelf, this file, we have carbon on it. Even ours are made of carbon. And what are the other things we can do about carbon? Well, to initialize the process, like carbon is in all things, when you make combustion on a reaction, the reaction needs oxygen. When it burns, it creates carbon dioxide. Well, as you can see it, the carbon dioxide is like the combination of carbon with oxygen when a combustion is made. Now, a combustion can only be made when there is oxygen in the reaction, of course. And why the process starts when the carbon dioxide is taken by the plants and transformed into oxygen so we can breathe. Yeah, it's a very complicated. Well, on the next image, you'll see how it is done. This process is called photosynthesis.
When carbon moves from plants and animals to the ground. When plants and animals die, their bodies gut and leaves decay, bringing the carbon into the ground. Some become buried mills underground and will become fossil fuels in millions and millions of years.
Carbon moves from living things to the atmosphere. In the atmosphere, carbon is stored as CO2, methane CH2, CH4, and other organic compounds. Carbon moves into the atmosphere from the composition of organic matter, respiration by living organisms, combustion, volcanic activity, burning fossils, fuels, degazing of water bodies, etc. Carbon moves out of the atmosphere via photosynthesis, rock weathering, dissolution in water, etc. All plants, including the forest and many microorganisms, use photosynthesis which takes CO2 out of the air that builds sugar that can be used by the cell to build cellulose or other complex carbon molecules that comprise plants' biomass. This process is called primary production. In the biosphere, carbon is stored as live or recently dead plants, animals and microorganisms both in the ocean and on land. Forests dominate the terrestrial carbon cycle, harboring 86% of the planet's above-ground carbon and 73% of the planet's soil carbon. In fossils deposits, the carbon from long-dead plants and animals are stored as coal, oil, natural gas, or kerosene. This can be thought as both ancient sunlight and ancient atmosphere. In the non-fossil lithosphere, carbon is stored in carbonate rocks such as limestone, and carbon moves in these geologic structures mostly through ocean deposition. The advent and diversity of life on Earth had a profound impact on the global carbon cycle and now plays a fundamental role in determining whether or not have a level climate. Human activity, mostly in just a recent area, has dramatically relocated global carbon stores from the other carbon reservations into the atmosphere where it can be influenced or climate. For example, burning fossil fuels and heating limestone to make common moves carbon from long-term fossil and geologic storage into the atmosphere. Thank you.
There are many chemical reactions involved in global warming. First is photosynthesis, which takes carbon dioxide from atmosphere and converts it into oxygen. Also, the burning of fossil fuels like coal, natural gas, and oil that involve the burning of hydrocarbons, releasing energy and carbon dioxide. Both of them damage ozone, directing more energy back toward Earth's surface, warming the planet.